Hey y'all, Caleb here. Today, I want to go over the top 5 ways that I want to become a better developer this year. So to start off with, the first thing that, or one of the things that I want to dive into more this year and become more familiar with is Kubernetes. Um, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically uh, a tool that helps you manage containers. And if you're not familiar with what containers are, um, Docker is really the I guess the one of the bigger ones or more well known. A container is just a way of uh, taking an application or a number of applications um, in the state that they exist in and how they work together and putting them into a container that you can then turn on and off as needed. No S is required. Uh, it's uh, it's definitely used a lot more these days in larger development environments, um, so that you don't have the it works on my machine issue. So Kubernetes is the first thing that I want to dig into. The second thing, and we've already done a very small amount of this in one of our previous videos when we were working with static web apps, but I want to dig further into Azure Functions uh, because I really like how Azure's developed them. I like the fact that they can be small and lightweight. Um, you know, not even to the point of being a microservice. Really, it's just uh, a couple of endpoints that you help or have manage stuff, whether that's database calls or managing. Maybe you're sending out email. You're posting something to another website. Um, Twitter. Any of that stuff can be handled with functions, and I really like that they're small and lightweight, and a lot of the plumbing is handled by Azure. Uh, the third thing that I'm going to be digging into this year is Power BI, and this is actually more because of my current job. The client that I'm working with is working with a lot of large amounts of data. And Power BI is Microsoft's solution to basically aggregate data from multiple sources, and allow you to uh, to take all that data and analyze it and visualize it in a way that is usable um, by your end users. So uh, Power BI is the third thing. And then the fourth thing, and this is something that I've actually been wanting to dig in or play around with for a couple of years, is Python, right? Um, I actually know a number of people in education or research, right, that use Python on a daily basis, and it's something that I've never really dug into. So I want to spend a little time this year um, digging into Python, and as you can see, right, it is its own object-oriented programming language. Um, so I'm very familiar with C#, but not at all familiar with Python, and plan to change that this year. And then the fifth thing, and we don't need that. Um, and then the fifth thing that I want to become more familiar with this year is Fsharp, right? And we've actually had discussions about Fsharp on a number of our podcast episodes, right? But um, it is a strongly typed functional programming language, um, and it's in the .NET ecosystem. And one of the more interesting things is um, the last few versions of C#. You can see some of the tooling or the way that the programming is handled. in F sharp has moved into C sharp, right? So you got a little bit of both. A lot of the new syntactic sugar in C sharp, um, you can actually see coming from F sharp development. So that's the fifth thing that I'm interested in learning more about. And the sixth thing is actually to continue this YouTube channel. Uh, so far, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's been good for me, and hopefully been good for you. And I feel like as long as I continue this channel, it's going to help make me a better developer. Um, and the more that I can contribute and hopefully guide you through some things, uh, the better I am going to be, um, as a developer myself. So that's the sixth thing. And all of these things, I actually have plans to do some videos on. Um, don't know to what extent that will be, or how deep I'm going to get, but I do want to do videos on all five of these technologies. So I'm really looking forward to this year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of cool stuff that I uh, want to record, and so I think that's going to do it for this video. Um, if you have experience with any of these, or you like any of them, feel free to comment, um, and maybe we can discuss. And I hope y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.